Hello and welcome, my friends. Habbage is here. And yeah, we're going to go a little later than we normally do. Thank you very much, Colorado Avalanche, for giving us an afternoon hockey thriller. Very much a good way to spend an afternoon. I don't know if anybody else here is likely to have seen it, but hey, we do what we can. That and it was Derby Day today. Both equally exciting, so hope you guys are all enjoying your day. Not to mention that here in Colorado, just another beautiful spring day. Um, got up into the upper 80s early. It's getting windy now. They're just saying through the evening it's going to be fairly gusty, so we will endure that a little bit. I'm just finishing up the setup stuff here, and then we'll get some game audio going again and be ready to go. Hope y'all are doing great. All right, I gotta juggle the windows here a little bit to get out of the opening song. There we go. We will select to load, get the audio back up, get that out of the way. All right, here we go. So where are we at? It's been a busy couple days for me. I haven't had a chance to be back with you guys, so hopefully your Stardew fix has been met with any other content creators out there or your own gameplay. If you got a world going and got any VODs up, I'd love to check it out. Let me know. So here we go. Tomorrow evening is going to be Spirits Eve. Pelican Town, 10 to 11:50 in the evening, so you can't get there at midnight, but pretty much right up until then, we'll see what we've got going on tomorrow in terms of finishing it up. But as far as fall, we're winding things down. We've already had a few crops that have finished up, and our watering is going to be a little bit less. Certainly all of our returning crops will continue to hit, but other than that, we've got things pretty well in hand. As you can see, we've got 38 grand in cash. And with winter, we don't have to worry too much about seeds. Now, when we forage, we'll be able to pick up a few winter foraging seeds, and usually what I do is just throw those over in the quality sprinkler section by the bee houses. It's easy enough to do. Get a little bit of extra cash when cash starts out tight in winter. And then, in addition to trying to really push for getting our 2 final animal upgrades and getting those replaced, we'll really be looking to get some resources and get kegs up to full speed. We were talking about it a little bit towards the end of the last episode. We want to get the clay pots built. Those are going to take a lot of refined quartz, mainly is the big need there. So we'll make a bunch of those pots and get tea trees planted up in winter, and they'll give us a week at the end of each season of harvesting within the greenhouse itself. So some stuff that we can be doing, and it really will just depend on where we go from there as far as getting cash. We're set, pretty well set, to get the rest of the vault finished and open up the desert, but we still haven't made it to the bottom of the mines, so as far as actual combat or anything there, we're still a little bit away, but we're getting the stuff we need in place so that we can have a reasonable chance of success there. That's always a little bit dicey, but I don't know that we're right there yet. There's so much other stuff that we have to do, not to mention, other big board quests, any of that kind of stuff that we may further miss out on. In fact, let's just see what our spirits have. Mildly perturbed, so that kind of fits in. And we've got these midnight carp that we've been working on. We need 3 more of those, so a little bit more fishing, but we may not do the same. Where we had the rain, we kind of did a couple days of heavy fishing, and we'll probably hold off a little bit to cash in on whatever we can come along with. So things that we want to grab out of our last fishing trip, the salmon are good. right? And we've already talked about how we want to hang on to these two, right? That's our 7. We need 10. We won't have to give those up. We just have to catch them. I don't know that we need 11, but maybe we'll go up to 4 of the walleye. We only have 1 bream. And tiger trout, we have a couple. Let's do that. We've got a shad. I don't think we need a ton of those. And let's hang on to our carp. They're worth so little that they'll be good to take in and turn into fish type dishes, sashimi or whatever. Kind of awful when you think about like a piece of sashimi carp, digging into that. But otherwise, I'm just trying to, again, a little bit of a gap here. You kind of have to resettle. Oh yeah, we did bump in, tried to clean up Pam's place, and she got a little upset about it. Penny, you don't need to worry about that. We're all good. And we did stay out late fishing for the midnight carp. We'll probably end up doing that again today because we don't have much luck, but we're running out of time. Chill in the air. Come to town by 10. That's the reminder of the same thing we just saw on the TV. So that's there. Let's put up all of this fish, crab pot, and recycling stuff. And then over here, we have an anchor. This can be our 1 fossil. And now I need to not sell the midnight carp. Very important. But we're going to sell the rest of this stuff. And yeah, even though Willie is a big fan of these, let's save 1. Just to have an extra gift for him. All right, well, that was a little bit of cleanup. Put the geodes away, just in case we have amaranth ready to go. We'll grab that, and we'll definitely want our axe today. And let's get to farming here, huh? So with the rainy day, we'll need to reload the feed troughs for the animals. Try not to forget to get them outside. We do have the auto grabber going on our cows and goats. So as far as milking, we don't need to do that by hand, but clearly we're going to have to do some extra eating here today just to get through the watering. One of those costs of being up late. But speaking of costs, one thing that we've done very well on is having a bunch of eggplant throughout the season. They aren't a huge cash gainer, but they do give us a pretty good steady influx, which is nice. And we're going to have grapes too, so big day all around here. So how's everybody's weekends been? Y'all doing well? Getting outside a little bit, I hope, and maybe enjoying some good TV and movies. I've got a couple things. One was a catch-up I'd never seen, and I don't know, kind of slept on a bit, I guess, was The Little Hours, I think is what it is. It's the, kind of the I think of it as the Parks and Rec crew. not exactly, certainly no Amy Poehler or anything like that, but Nick Offerman and his wife, and again, I'm horrible with actresses' names, and the kind of friend slash assistant in the Parks and Rec crew. We're all in that, and I was very favorably impressed. I thought it was kind of be a a little bit lowbrow, which I don't have any problem with it when I tell you what the other thing I've watched since the last stream was. But, you know, I've not hidden the fact I'm a history guy, and, you know, some of that kind of stuff, you like go to a historical setting and then try to make it comical, and it's just so anachronistic as far as the worldview and the beliefs of the people that are being portrayed, that it's kind of tough for me to swallow a lot of those, even even if it's well acted and good humor and all that. Just the fact that like these people would never be thinking these kinds of thoughts, it's totally outside their worldview, usually is a pretty big deterrent. But what I learned just in the opening credits is the whole thing was based off the Decameron, how you pronounce it, from Italy in the plague years. And Boccaccio's Decameron, I believe, was the author there. But it's basically this group of young people in Italy during one of the plague outbreaks who all get, we can all relate to it very much because it's them getting sent to a country estate. They're all from wealth, and again, it's been a long, long, long time since I read or had any study or anything for that particular text, but kind of like the pandemic, right? It's these people that are like, oh man, my life just got shut down and I'm really bored. What are we going to do to pass the time? And they it's kind of a thousand nights or 1001 nights and Arabian Nights, that kind of stuff. People trying to pass the time, and they do so by storytelling, right? Like Canterbury Tales or anything else. And kind of in that vein, they have a variety of different characters, and it's kind of a commentary on society in how do these people fail to live up to some of the supposed values of their time, right? And I thought it was very well done, and of course there's some just wonderfully funny actors and actresses in it, but it's there's a sexual element there that's definitely going to take it into that kind of adult standing, which if you're okay with that, 100% recommended. And the other thing that I watched very much fits into the same, right? It's not quite as strong in its origin, like it's not coming off a tried and true thing, but kind of equally goes to some of the air quotes bathroom humor, right? So I'm not casting aspersions there. All right, we got done with our tasks. Our animals are taken care of. We should probably go down and check the wandering merchant, and let's just take a look and see where we sit with some of these kind of resources. We've done some wood chopping. We can make, we're kind of okay on coal. We are very bad on copper, but decent on iron. And decent on wood, but we need one each of the bars to make our kegs, and kegs kind of now become the super priority, right? Because the more kegs we have, the more we can churn out wine, which is kind of what we've set up the most backlog or supply of produce, right? We have lots of blueberries, lots of cranberries, so we can make a lot of wine. It does take longer, so we won't just have constant cash, but the quicker we can add more kegs into that equation, the quicker we can get some big paydays when those do pop. So we'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at getting some more of the garden pots to eventually put tea into, and those require some wood, some fiber, and some wild seeds, the foraging seeds. So can continue to look at all that. We do have a Poppy for Penny, and I think just kind of an all-purpose chocolate cake, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've got Abigail. We have not gotten both gifts to Penny, but Leah has gotten both gifts this week. So they're both catching up now. Remember, Leah was sitting down at the bottom, but we've begun to turn our focus a little bit to those three ladies. And we'll try not to forget them in our efforts. But I think with the time available, we will turn and go back to the mines and see. Despite needing copper ore, we may actually go to the frozen levels of the mine to start on this bad luck day. There's a reason for that. Let's see what we've got here, though. Not much there that we need. Again, these totally not worth it now that we're producing, and we've got our greenhouse as loaded as it can be right now for no maintenance, but coffee beans coming, and we poked in our heads in there. The coffee plants are coming along well, so we'll get those ready to go. But no truffle. It's like that thing that the pigs make that we don't have yet. We do want to try to check that as much as we can, unless something really great is going on during the day. So we'll take the long winding way through town to get up to the mines, and then when it gets to I think we found it was 11 o'clock that the midnight carp come out, or maybe 10, but we'll kind of try to keep 10 o'clock in mind to come out and start fishing again. If we can get those three, or at least one or two of them, that would be good, because remember, we've got the Spirit Festival tomorrow night, so that would not be a late night fishing. So it'd be really, really, really kind of nice if we could have that done and taken care of here before we get into the Sunday going into winter. Not that there's a big, we need crops or anything to prepare, but never like leaving that to the last day. So let's see, can we get a mining quest, or at least a delivery or something we could do tomorrow? Nothing. And just double checking the calendar there, make sure we had nothing else left. So yeah, little hours. Pleasantly surprised. Wasn't my favorite movie ever, and some of the things are kind of like, oh, that was kind of gratuitous, and yeah, I don't know, but really, really liked some of the portrayals in it. I thought some of the actors and actresses did a fantastic job, and I didn't think it was too out there compared. And I think the source text really kind of helps out on that. All right, so in this one, we're gonna come down here to 70. I don't know what we'll get in terms of ore, but hey, we got a ladder. That's good. And I'd really like to take out some of these skellies. Didn't waste the time to check the board. We'll just keep kind of hitting and see how many. Some goodies, and we'll of course take the opportunity to get stuck here. But there's just kind of a fun little cosmetic-y item that would be great to have for tomorrow night. And the ghost could help us out here. Ugh. Get? I don't know why it won't. I'm like totally stuck here, and I don't understand what happened to make me stuck there. Okay, whatever. Worse things than being stuck on the ladder that can get you out of there. So yeah, hockey. Let's talk hockey just a moment. Avalanche, strong game today. Got a little exciting there. Credit to Nashville for playing tough and hard. My feeling, it's hockey playoffs. You're not going to get information on injuries or anything like that. They'll basically lie to your face. Oh yeah. But my read on the Darcy Kemper getting out of the game because he took a stick across his goalie mask was, I think once they took him out to kind of evaluate him, they weren't going to put him back in. I think they figure with a two, at the time they had a 2-goal lead or a 1-goal lead, and of course they had the series lead. And I think they said, you know what, you'll need the rest at some point, and if we've got a chance for a sweep here, let's not bring you back in again after you've already moved out. Give Francois a chance to get some good time. Not that he's a green veteran or anything like that, but it still helps having everybody involved and playing when the opportunities present. So I'm optimistically reading that as he's okay, but they opted to just give Francois the full game once he was in there. So 2 periods in a minute. But yeah, hope he's okay. That would be significant if he was to miss any time. And of course, you worry, with a stick up high on anybody, whether a goaltender or anybody else. You worry about the concussion stuff. Certainly, Avs fans who followed it know Bowen Bynum missed a good part of the season after having suffered a concussion. So with a goaltender, I've got to imagine, where did that ladder go? I know we had one. We had a ladder, right? Oh. Yeah, otherwise it looked amazing. Landy, 4 points, I believe. McKinnon got a couple, I think a goal and an assist. So I think we're getting that bad luck already caught up. Yeah, just really, really fun to be a fan of a team that's off to a hot start, and that can change so quickly in hockey playoffs that you don't take it for granted. But it was kind of fun atmosphere. I met some friends for a pizza, and we went to a little kind of brewery place, and I knew I was coming back here and wanted to hang out with you guys a little bit, so it was a iced tea kind of day for me. I had a pint to, be that it's a hockey game. You gotta toast the team and cheer them on to good fortune. But other than that, it was kind of caffeine. But the revelers were out for the Derby, and that kind of added to the party atmosphere. Of course, the Derby was being run right when the game was pretty well already decided. I think the Avs got an empty netter after that, but it was pretty well in hand, and it was so nice out that there were some big parties out on the patio that came inside just for the 10-15 minutes before. But all of a sudden, what was a hockey bar became a standing room only horse racing bar. That was pretty comical. But everybody, I think most of those people, there were some that were like, oh, tell me, how's the game been going? I've been kind of trying to peek through the windows, but and I'm not trying to disparage anybody, but it looked like a kind of a maybe wives and girlfriends organized event, and they had like pictures of some kind of happy horse race punch or something, right? So they were feeling good mid-afternoon on a Saturday. But some guys were like, "Oh man, how's the goalie? I saw he went down. What's going on? Are we doing all right?" But as we were saying, because they had a lot of reserve tables and stuff when we first got there, like, "Oh yeah, those are reserved for like 4 o'clock." And it's like, well, yeah, because months in advance you'll plan a derby party. The hockey playoff schedule, if your team even goes, gets set, like a week ago. So those people were definitely already there and doing their best to support the team. Oh man, it's already 11:30. Well, talking hockey, not fishing. Go fish! And I'm on the past the level. Leave them on. All right, 1 or 2 would be awesome. Come on, come on. That's a regular carp. Come on, fishies. That could be it. Chubs usually stay a little lower. They're a little more active. There we go. All right, that's one. And we did all right in there. I was, again, mainly skelly hunting, not knowing how many we need. There's 2. But we did well on iron, got some more coal. And we can check in tomorrow to see how much more we need, if anything, on the skellies. But just getting those bone swords is kind of nice because they sell for decent money up at the shop. And what we can, if we know we're going in to check, we can, I don't think we need that, and I don't think we need that. We can take a run of some of that extra duplicate stuff we have in the chest. I think we've got a couple little rings and nothing too major, but. There we go. All right. All right. What? Can do that. Come on. Of course, we really shouldn't even need it, but we'll get this one more fish and then run for bed. Maybe we'll make it. Oh, this feels like another regular carp. Alright, well, we got the 2. And I did not have peppers. We should eat peppers here. I think they'll just slow us down, though, now, really. Get inside. Alright, that at least saves us the money. We won't make it to bed. Close, though. We get to sleep by our kitty. Alex will, purr. Hey, look at that. We even got a mining boost, so we can make mega bombs now. We still need, I think it's gold ore and coal for that. And it's really the coal that's keeping us from doing any bomb crafting at this point. But it's not a bad recipe to have once you start getting super coal, and the bonus ore that I'm stacked up for really helps to fit these back in. We can always supplement with lots of cherry bombs, but stacking up, 100 or so mega bombs lets you move through the skull cavern much more quickly. All right, well, that was good, and we should have some good money out of that fish too. So there we go, another 20 grand change, and we didn't cost ourselves any money. We'll have to eat today because we'll be way low on energy, but not much watering to do. And let's see what we got. Cloudy tomorrow, and we never did close the somewhat annoyed spirits. Alright, I expect this one will be less lucky. We got some corn. Oh. Alright, anything we want to hold on to here? Carps again. We'll sell the iridium ones, why not? this is such a mishmash of stuff. I'm sure I'm going to be back and forth. Tears. Got rid of the bat wings and the slime. Oh, bones. And then here. Wow, that's weird. We doubled up our iron. Exactly. Let's get these cooking. Let's go sell some of the sale stuff. Already sell those. And then back over here. Keep that. Store all of that. And you go into the forage bin. Alright. Now, technically, we could call it quits on watering the corn, but if we keep it watered and going, there's still always the chance of the fairy, and I have no idea. You know, if a fairy comes and hits crops that are unwatered, do they grow up? Does that dissuade the fairy from even coming? I don't know, but that's the reason why I continue to water, is just in case you get the random fairy that comes along and gives you an extra piece of harvesting on one of your last days of a season. So 60 grand now. We maybe have just enough to get the deluxe coop. We'll have to check on that. But we don't have to water that anymore. We got our bonus eggplants. Those were remember we bought the wheat seeds and the eggplants and the whatchamacallits. And we bought one wheat, oh, that's a miss. The bok choy, right? That was the third. Bok choy, wheat, and those eggplants. Tomorrow we'll come back and get the remaining 2s on those. And we should probably take the time to go check the greenhouse again today and just see if we're into coffee beans yet. They looked close. Hey guys, I know, I left your doors open. Probably will again. Well, tonight we probably won't because we'll come back at midnight. There we go. So the 3 that we'd already ordered. If that next batch goes tomorrow... Oh, how did you get behind? Did that one not get speed grown? That'll be annoying. I'll have to reset it at some point. But eventually all of these will get replaced. And it'll probably just be off cycle to where we end up with a few extra. Nothing is a 2 there. Boop, 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 boop. And 2 of those look good. And yeah, some of the animals may not get individual attention. Sorry about that, chickens and ducks, but it is what it is. Alright, we can tidy all that up. We're not going to hang around to do more, but we should have 8 and 8 and can make those. I think let's try to see Robin and see if we can get that. And if we're going up there anyway, we're going to take this. We can go to the mines perhaps, but we can also maybe chop wood. I don't know, we'll just kind of be all over the place. And here, you, and all of you guys go. So, alrighty, we wanted probably 144 coffee beans to be able to go to full 2-section coffee in the spring, but to make that really work for ourselves, we need iridium quality sprinklers, and that either means getting to the skull cavern, which again, hopefully that's not going to be a problem, or we'll come through here again, or it'll be a Crobus and starting to buy them, but we can only get one a week. Oh shoot! I hope that means no thing. It shouldn't ruin the rest of our plan. Oh, what we should do? I forgot to go inside and raid the chest from Marlin, and that will work out. So we will see. That's not the right chest. This is. All right. So we'd gotten an extra one of those. And we crafted one, so I think that's still on us. I think all of those, as I recall, are duplicates. All that checks out, so we will take all that stuff up to sell. See if we can get Robin on the way. And get our big coop working. Working to be ready for winter. Grab some of this forage while we're going through. And hopefully by the time winter's over, we'll be a full 10 levels of foraging already complete. Hey, everybody. Well, I'm just glad everybody's getting good corn. It isn't a beautiful area, Robin. Thanks. And Demetrius, how you doing, buddy? Uh-oh. Hey, all right. 2 for 2. Oh, that's fine. As long as you noticed my amaranth. All right. We are a little bit short, so we'll go chop first because Marlin stays open late. We'll at least say hi to Mara. Yeah, that is very interesting. I didn't really read it, but it was totally interesting. All right, chop some trees. We just need 1 or 2. Should have plenty to chop from here. And I guess we're going... a little bit of a hodgepodge kind of day, right? We won't be super efficient mining because we're gonna have all these little extra bits of wood and stone and everything. I mean, stone doesn't hurt too much, but the forage and all that, that's all good. All right, we are now very well set. Of course, that's going to devastate our wood supply, and we'll have to keep chopping away. But I think we do have some Autumn's Bounty stashed in the kitchen chest. All right, now I would like this deluxe coop. 20 grand, so that's a third of what we're sitting on, but totally worth it, and not as much as the barn, which is 25. So here we go. And eventually that will unlock rabbits for us. So the rabbit's foot, we can start getting chances for that. Now it's supposedly bad luck day, but let's see if we get anything good. Like a chest. Like that. It's so rare that now it shouldn't be. I should just always have the... Oh, good. Should just have the fishing pole. And this is actually good because Marlin isn't even open yet. Alright, these are some good fish to stockpile. The largemouth bass, the other thing we haven't even really talked about at all. We wanted the one for Jody, we wanted one for the Community center, we've gotten some more. I think I've got a few stashed away there. They are a required ingredient in crispy bass, I believe. I don't think that you can use the smallmouth. I think it has to be a largemouth. So, don't you go breaking my heart, fish. You heard me talking about crispy bass. I was like, hold on, man. Not so sure I want to be caught. Bullhead, maybe? Oh, I guess it's late enough in the day for chubs now. Oh, I left it too long. And he dove. I was like, I regret that last click, but the fish diving too didn't help. All right, that's all right then. So, 250, not bad. 100, 50, 50, 50, and just 100 there too. Oh, it's a little bit more. Back up. I don't know if we were over 40 there. We were right at, so worth storing those things up. I don't think we're going to get it. 35 out of 50. Getting 15 more skellies and still having time to get down there would be tough, so I think we'll just see if we can keep this going. The thing that I was hoping for, if you get the 50 skeletons, the reward that Gil will give you is the skeleton mask, which is kind of fun to wear to the festival, but we won't have a costume this year. We'll just go as ourselves. We're too cool for the costumes until next year. Then we'll be fully decked out in something. Hey, we're up to 8 coal just from fishing. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to take the cart directly to town for the event once it opens, or if we'll have to go to the bus stop. We'll have to budget that time, because now I do fully intend to fish. If these bubbles hold out, or even if they don't. If they don't, we may walk home and still come back up here. Just to help clear the inventory, but having sold all that stuff, we get a lot of spaces back, so I'm not... Unless we get chests that are so full of goodies that we just can't handle it. Oh. Alright, go down. How did I know you were going to dive as soon as I got up there? So, for all that, we're not going to do much fishing here to start. We did all that at the end of the last episode. I guess we're doing a lot of fishing, but you can't look gift bubbles in the face. And just to be safe... Go ahead and dump those. Give us just a little cushion, right? Just want the game to so that we can get algae immediately. Okay, bubbles cleared. Let's go home real quick. By the time we've sorted this inventory and cleared, we should be able to close the animal pens, which is good. And can do our level best to try to... Just gonna dump this in there for now. I know it's not its home, but... How do I want to do that? Let's definitely store you. That's a lot of money. At some point, I need to run a load of these fish inside and just put them in the fridge, right? Probably stink, but in fact, let's do some of that, and let's keep some of these that are important for real menu items that like specifically want those fish. We'll put those into the chest with the finished food. Like that will be important. And we'll get more chests eventually here to help sort this. But so that's gonna stay that. We might as well have an algae. No, that'll go in the other thing. Some of the, like the chubs and the carps, those can actually go in the... I want some of this money. Those can actually go in the refrigerator because I don't care what order they get pulled out in, right? If the game randomly says, hey, I'm going to use a chub for that sashimi or that maki roll or whatever, fine. But if it decides out of the blue, hey, I want to use your eel, and it's the only one we've got set aside for recipes, then we can't cook a fried eel or whatever it is. So here, this is where some of these bulk fish can go. And we can throw in one algae. It doesn't. I think we need two to make soup anyway, but and why not throw in a hazelnut too? Eventually they're all going to come in there. All right, I think the rest of those I'm good to sell. And Cal's still, he's headed though. Sell those for the money. Dump off this amethyst, which I'll want to pull back out tomorrow for Abigail, but close that up. Alright, now we should have a few more hours to fish again before we then need to hustle back over. And because we can go till 11:50, if we can fish in that 10 to 11 hour, even get a cast in right at 11 and then run back, I think we should have time. It's the plan anyway. No more bubbles, but just has to be one right fish. Of course, we're gonna get a lot of the stuff we just processed out, but feisty. trying to watch the clock like every fish, which gets a little old, but I am very, 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 very worried about missing Spirit's Eve. For one thing, it's one of my favorite festivals, just regardless. I love it. Two, there's a pretty good little reward coming out that hopefully we won't get to a point that we have to rely on. Because I'd just as soon hang on to it and have it as a fun item next fall, but... So my other big entertainment, I guess while we're fishing is a good time, although I got to keep my eye on the clock here. Mike Myers in the Pentaveret, I think is how they... No. I was very favorably impressed. I kind of went in with low expectations, and a buddy of mine, I'd seen it pop as like, oh, Mike Myers, what is that? All right, and a buddy of mine, we were talking. He's like, oh, did you see that's coming out? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you know where that comes from? I was like, no. And in So I Married an Axe Murderer, which if you haven't seen it, it's now an old movie, but it is great Mike Myers, kind of in a different non-Wayne's World, non-Austin Powers kind of move. But one, as is his style, one of the characters that he plays is the dad, and the dad goes into this whole rant about this conspiracy of people that are pulling the strings. And I don't want to ruin to what extent the plot is there for the new series, but well worth a watch. It was a very easy binge. It's not a ridiculous amount of episodes. It is incredibly well done, tongue-in-cheek, like it's poking a lot of fun at itself. But the characters were excellent, both the ones that Mike Myers played and the supporting cast around him were great. So, all right, when we get done with this, I'm going to actually eat a peppers just to give us a little bit more speed. And then we're going to hope that we can get a 10 o'clock. I know we looked at it the other day. I forgot. Is it 10 or 11? But we're going to hope we can get this one before we are late to the festival. That could be it. Come on. All right. There it is. Happy sound. No, I didn't want to fish. Stop fishing. Stop. You're addicted to fishing. Etho ball. All right. That was excellent. So we got our 10. And we just get some cash. Not even that much relatively, but we get to keep all the goodies. And Demetrius, I believe, is going to give us some goodies. Or a blueprint. Everybody kind of sends you a follow-up letter. So Linus taught us crafting something, right? Okay. Let's hold off. Haley's kind of on the way into the maze. So let's go down and get everybody else here. Get too close to the cage. I know. I wish I could relate to the skeleton people with my skeleton mask, but didn't quite get there. But yeah. Pretty cool. I know. Isn't it? Having them right here. It's nice that somehow Marlin seems to have deboned these skeletons so that they don't toss their leg bones at us either. One of my iridium-infused maces would make quick works of these things. It used to be, before the update when they put in the extra ones, used to be a deal. It was like, Oh man, Clint, I want to buy an iridium mace. Now, I don't know if you can buy a mace, but you can definitely buy more iridium gear eventually. Let's see Marrow and Hours. I hope she's alright. I'm sure she's great. I'll go check on her. It's a lot of fun to cook with pumpkins. Such an interesting fruit. See, and that's the one. Pumpkins are actually in the gourd family, squash family. So, whereas tomatoes, yes, pumpkins. Oh, I'm sorry, Vincent. I'd take you, but then I might miss out on crispy bass dinners at your place. All right, Leah. Sorry, motherful of blackberries. Well, enjoy. I get scared very easily. I'll leave the haunted maze to the younger people. It's not a young old thing. It's kind of your mindset going into it. Is it entertaining? Are you willing to? Do you like getting a little bit of a jump scare? Just a woo. If so, haunted maze might be for you. I don't think we're gonna do it this year. Rare Crow and Jack o' Lantern, both very appealing. I don't usually buy them. I'd like to make my own, and having the recipe is certainly a hand for that. You know, let's do that, not that. The Rare Crow could actually slow us down a little bit more in terms of completionist stuff, but yeah, we'll get there. Okay. And like we didn't buy the spring one, we've got to go through the year anyway. And quite honestly, the eventual switch to the advanced scarecrow or whatever they are, with my layout, it doesn't really give a huge payoff. There's something to be said for them because you can get rid of more of the central rows, but I'm sorry about the spiders. Here, I'll go get them. Fie, you spiders. And just really dig this again. If you're interested in reading through, and you can certainly pause it and read all the conversations here. If you're interested in me interacting with them and sharing my thoughts and all that, I kind of did that in Season 1 in the Fall Festival. And I'm not saying we won't do it more in future years, but for now at least, just gonna hustle a little bit more. Hey guys, Linus and Rasmodius working together to bring that to us. Pretty cool. Now we gotta go all the way back out again to get out. And if you think I haven't gotten to the point where I remember these finger movements in, oh, maybe not quite my sleep, but close enough. You're right. Alright, we talked to Penny, we talked to Abby, and we talked to Leah for sure. And of course we talked to Meru, because I always do. But that was it. The weirdest thing, the only real knock I have on this festival is you get the interaction up here for checking in at the stand, but you can't go talk to him like you can in the spring. His stand is close, but you can go around the building to get to it. Here you can't. And there's nothing to kind of cap it, right? You get the golden pumpkin, which it's valuable but has no other purpose. I would argue that it has two other purposes. One is to put into the town fair, and the other is to craft with a second one so that you can get the golden pumpkin item. So that I would say that it has two uses other than that. But if you're just starting out and are looking to either rush completion of a job or something like that, I believe it's 2,500 G. So it's good money if you want to sell it. I don't think we bought a jack-o'-lantern recipe too, which we won't use this year because sad. Now we don't have to worry too much here let's go add a few more of these to our fish stocks. So we're going to put these two in. Hey, now we can make an algae soup. And then we'll put the bass over here along with all of these because, again, with the flounder and the squid ink, we can make seafoam pudding and boost our fishing level 4. So effectively, we can, without any lure or tackle, we can be fishing at level 14 and then add in a cork bobber, for instance, in some wild bait and have pretty good setup for going after the like legend specifically. I personally, I think legend is kind of one of those, but then also the lava eels and the scorpion carp are sort of those you gotta wait for the good luck one anyway. They can still get off that bar, but you add those three pieces together: wild bait, level 10, and seafoam pudding, and you're doing pretty well. And that doesn't even take into account any kind of enchanting that we might do on Fern Islands eventually. Hopefully, by the time we get to that, we'll have caught all the fish and it won't be a deal. But we'll see. So we can store that. For now, at least, we can put this in as a decorative, and then I think I'm just going to go to bed. Oh, before I grab that. And oh, well, there we go. Level 10 fishing. We got it. So, if you're going for flat cash, this is a good one, right? We've already taken the whatever it was pre-angler option, which gave us 25% more value on the fish. If you like fishing and don't particularly like farming, want to just get by on the farming, that's a good way to boost your cash, right? We've done pretty well just on selling the fish in these last couple days, but I want as many chests as possible because when we fish, we still have not yet seen an ancient scene or prismatic shard, both of which can be rare loot in the treasure chests, not to mention some other kind of one-off items that can show up in those chests, or things like iridium or diamonds, coal, all those good things that can show up. So we want as many treasure chests as possible, and for that reason, I'm going pirate. Yar. And we get to say yar. There we go. Another 10 grand. So 11 grand. So I don't regret the jack-o'-lantern recipe. I wonder if we'll come to regret not having the fall green witch. But Wandering Merchant Lady might get us that in year 2. I don't know. We shall see. And here we go. Last day of fall. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Very happy spirits. And artichoke dip. This is a delightful way to get more artichokes into your body. Personally, I don't even dip anything in there. I just guzzle the sauce down like it's a milkshake. Delicious. Take the time to read that one because awesome. Gross, but awesomely gross. And now, stash that away. We can reset for gifts. And here we go. So this is Demetrius. Thanks for your help with the fish. Nature is usually good at keeping things balanced, but sometimes artificial factors can cause an imbalance. I've enclosed a blueprint from a science magazine that you might find interesting. Demetrius. And we get the crafting recipe for the farm computer, which is kind of nice. It basically gives you your farming stats at a glance, so you can know how many you've sold, what you've sold those stuff, what I think it even tells you like what you currently have planted and what's watered, what's not. For a long time I was kind of like, oh, whatever, that's a lot of resources, I'm not going to waste time with it. So now we don't have to worry about watering though. We do get a nice last round of Fairy Rose honey. And should we pick those? I say let's do it. And I'm going to go ahead and pop all of this stuff. We'll take the time to put it all back. We're going to let our bee houses get back on cycle in the spring. So, I don't know that it mattered or not that we went all the way across the rows, but I just don't want to overlook anything. So then we'll get our sprinklers back up. These will come in handy for the winter seeds, as I said. And we can, if needed, put down more Hey Robin, how you doing? We'll see if we can get you a goat cheese. I don't know if I had a goat milk over there, but this is a good one. She's actually accessible to give a gift to. Now, we'll probably want to make some more cheese presses as well for the winter, now that we're getting good egg production. Wow. Of course not. Let's go ahead and make some. I think I probably already have one to give. Alright, last day outside, guys, so enjoy it. Stretch your legs. Get some fresh air. Go roll around in the dirt. You can go away. Maybe. It's a good luck day. I think we're going to go to mines. And these can get stashed there. Eventually we'll make a bunch more poppers. Hey, we do have one. Let's take this back over before I forget. Let Robin know she's doing a good job. This is for me. I absolutely love it. Wow. Okay. I'm patient. I just wanted you to have that goat cheese. Let me know if you need any more, if that'll help speed up your work. Oh, was it yesterday we got coffee beans? No, I can't remember what day cycle I'm on. Alright, see how we get a couple that are off. So I'm going to let this sit, and odd days will likely end up being our coffee beans. I got to imagine. Oh, we got to get the two apples and pomegranates too, so we don't waste those. And ooh, we got. I need to get that scythe because we need to make sure that our silos are jam-packed. We've only got two, and while that seems like that's a ton, I wish I had the figure right at the top of my head. I don't. Alright, you, and you, and you, and you, and you guys, and you. And then we will store a few more of these for presents. Store a few more of these for one. I love how early it is. We haven't even watered and we've done all this stuff. Alright, let's scythe our way over to the silo and see where that leaves us. As long as you're still seeing hay, you're adding. So I think this gets us 720 worth of hay, but then you gotta pull that out into 28, right? To divide by the days, and oh man, we only have 480 to work with. 720 is the next silo. And so, like I said, if you're at 280, you basically got enough food all winter for 10 animals. And we need to, we won't double that, but that's why growing the wheat and stuff like that, being able to pull out a little bit and having some extra supply is pretty nice. But this will all be gone tomorrow, so time for a little lawn mowing late. Wish we had that gold inside, but we haven't. Have we unlocked the bridge? Maybe we already did. No, because we'll need the winter forage, right? Then we'll get the gold inside. far as I know, the only way to do that one early is to... Oh, I thought we were done there for a second. Would be to get the crocus from the wandering merchant and then have the luck to get the crystal fruit, frozen yam, and winter root all. And in future years, for one thing, we'll have more silos, but if we are low, we can just buy more. This year, I don't know that we're going to have enough cash to fall back on for that, so it's like $50 a piece. And when Marnie says, oh, I could use the cash, well, I'm sure you could, but we all could, and I think I'm going to need it a bit more at that rate. Okay, that looks like we're done, right? Give it all a full chance to get every last bit. We did get those tree fruits, so we have now jammed our silo. Oh, did I already put those away? What did I do with those? I guess I must have. 10 and 12. And put this fiber away. Scythe back away. Alright, now... Chucku. Let's go to... And... 1. Well, that's not going to help my inventory at all. I think I'll put the chocolate cake away for now. Just to save. Get back that... Dang it. Back that inventory space. And then let's go... Instead of using the 2 remaining wine I have, in case anything comes until our next batch is done, let's go get... salads from Gus for Leah. Trying to make it all about the booze. And what might you be? Well, hey, Marnie. Hey, Gus. How you doing? I need 1, 2 salads. That's it. Alright, now... This will work out pretty well. I have no idea where Leah might be today. Maybe she's in her cabin. But the Marnie Wandering Trader route is pretty good, and it is a very lucky day. I don't know if that has any bearing on the items that she carries, but let's tell ourselves it does. Hi. Hi. Well, I'm glad. They're not your dear animals after I purchased them, though, just so you understand that. Oh, so you saw the notice I posted. Thanks so much. Here's your payment as promised. Alright. 300. Not bad. Alright. Little Jazz, missed you. We don't have our axe, so I guess we're not going to go into the cinder snap. Radish seeds. Lucky lunch. That was fitting with the recipe of the day. 100 energy. I don't know that it would really give you a lot of extra health. That sounds very, very fatty, honestly. I love, even more so than artichoke dip, which is a very similar thing. I like a bread bowl with spinach dip in it, or a hard pretzel dip for spinach dip. So good. Leah? Dang it. Alright, well, that was a bust, but we did get to give an amethyst away. Ooh, and we got some little stem wormies here, which again, we're going to need all that clay. Additional silo, all those clay pots. So with our 50 grand, we can... let's go finish the vault. And we'll still need the truffle, the rabbit's foot. Is that it? No, we've already been by here. There's nothing to see on the calendar. There's no new quests, but maybe we catch an Abigail or a Penny or somebody walking by. Never know. Well, we at least can say hi to Caroline. Today I'm just going to relax and think positive. Do you ever take a day off? Yeah, sometimes. Kind of today. Although we're going to head up to the mine. So let's just take a peek. It's more fun to do it this way than through the little thing. So we are still... Oh, and the Nautilus shell, which will come up. So Nautilus shell, truffle, and rabbit's foot. That's all we got left. But here we can still make this one last $5,000 purchase. We get 30 quality fertilizers. And honestly, we won't really need those until next year. And then we'll maybe throw them on cauliflower. Something that we just want a bunch of high value. Maybe something... I don't know. Something that would regrow... Is there anything? Oh, strawberries. We could put some on strawberries. I like the deluxe speed grow more, but is what it is. All right, it's supposed to be lucky. Am I forgetting anything crazy? I don't think so. And this is the last quest we have. Oh, hey. Did we give her bouquet? Wow, bat. Ah! Too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. Oh. Oh, is that me sniffing? Like, was there a guano incident? What? I assume that that's supposed to be her sniffling in the corner, but let's not be too high-handed. Let's let her play it off. Eat the ball. You know, I've been practicing my swordsmanship for a while. Well, I decided today would be the day I would venture into the caves. But I got scared. I couldn't do it. Oh, you want to come with me? I'll be your guide. I'll take you on a mine tour. Wow. Maybe if it was one of your buddies and they knew that style of humor. This is very condescending, although it's probably the most accurate. I think we can pretty well handle stuff in the mine, but we've also seen her techniques in Journey of the Prairie King, at which point she kind of just runs headlong into monsters. Sometimes I do too, but I think the circumstances call for hey, we all get scared at times. I guess when you have something to lose, it's normal to be afraid. Ooh, like your physical well-being, right? Or do you have a prismatic shard you're carrying around? I just feel like you, not just a friend. You know that, right? Well, the whole spirit board thing was kind of a dead giveaway. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I can't keep it in anymore. I've felt like this way for a long time. Oh, well, I'm glad you opened up. See? You're not scared. Okay. The clock's not... Oh, I'm holding her, letting her tremble and get her bearings. Okay. Feel better, Abigail. Thanks for opening up and sharing. All right. Now, this is supposed to be good luck day. I kind of have a feeling it's not going to play that way, but we'll find out. I think with the good luck we had on some apparent bad luck days recently, we're going to have to work for every one of these levels. But if we can get 5, that would be great. And if we can get some ladders out of the mobs, it would be even better. There you go. Hey, look at that. Now, apparently... Oh, there's some squid ink. Nice. Just hit that in case there's coal. Maybe it's not that bad a day. Will the magma geodes always come out of the red rocks? I don't know if that's the thing, or if I'm just making that. That wasn't red rock, was it? Alright, I kind of want to peek, because I think this one has some chests down here. Oh, maybe this one doesn't, but it does have another ladder. I'll just go there. Oh, that's where our bombs would have been handy. Anything dropped a bomb yet? Nope. Can I craft a bomb yet? I don't even have any coal. No coal. Oh, I should look at that recipe, by the way. This one does not have... This is why I make so many of these. This does not have any coal requirement. It's gold ore, solar essence, and void essence, and these others, see, each of those want a piece of coal, and we need that more than we need the gold ore. You know, we need some. We need some gold bars, but not an endless supply. So these can pay off, but we don't have the void essence yet to get that done. Ooh, we already have one of those, right? So that's another duplicate. For having not seen one of those before, we got a couple. Alright, no good luck here so far. 9:30. Work this corner. Hope one of these gold ores or one of these rocks has a ladder under it. Uh-oh. At least we'll get some mining XP. Which I don't think we've gotten to 10 on yet, have we? It's gonna be this one, isn't it? This is... I'd like to think we can... Oh, there we go. Alright, good. So we can at least get our 5 levels, and then we'll only need one more trip, hopefully. But in winter, it's easy to get good, long quality trips. There it is, later than we hoped. Alright, 5 more levels to go there. We do have to get home in time to close up all the animals, because we don't want them to get... Oh, and I never got a heater. Oops. Tomorrow, first thing. Gotta go buy a heater for Marnie for the... I think we put one in with the cows. I don't think we put one into the coop yet. Sorry, it's the first night of winter. That one's all set. This one... Robin, can you, just add your body heat here? That would be much appreciated. And let's go ahead and do a little bit more here. They're all asleep. Close that up. Do need the heater there. That was mainly what I was checking. And then let's do another batch of cheesy stuff. Awesome. Alright, we are now all buttoned up for winter. We got stuff going in our Oh, I'm clicking so hard on all that. Let's sell 2 of those, keep 2. And sell, 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 sell. Alright. The rest of this we can sort out a little bit tomorrow. And that's where our mega bombs can get produced pretty quickly now. I'll take the time to put that away tomorrow. And I think just depending on the luck forecast, I think we'll be going to the mines either way. We want to get either a bunch of copper ore if it's a bad luck day, or if it's a decent luck day at all, we'll try to finish up the mine and then maybe go get extra stuff. So let's bring these. And like I said, we've already got, well, I guess we've only got 1 gold bar. Let's actually do that. Cook those overnight. We'll go down to the seed box tomorrow and store that fertilizer. Maybe do a bit of chest cleanup as we're getting going tomorrow, enjoying our snowy lawn. Look at that. Bus. So just in time for winter, as all good farmers should. When you have worked your butt off spring through fall, man, you go hit those vacations hard. Get down to the Caribbean, get to Texas or Florida or Arizona or wherever you want to go, and play a little golf, just do a little hiking, lay on some beach time. You've earned it. All right, well, another 14 grand there. That will pretty much dry us up. But we're done with the big expenses of the vault, right? We'd already paid for one of the biggest one of those, but that's all done. We are one big animal purchase away. The animal purchases will come as soon as we get Robin done on the deluxe barn, which is 25 grand. We need to chop a bunch of trees. That really should rival with our mining, but I'd like to get some of those iron and copper bars going too. And since we're kind of in the mining mode and trying to get the Skull Cave finished, let's try to do that, and then we'll do a big tree chop. See what resources we come out of it from there. In the coming winter season, which these days should play pretty quickly, we'll look to fully chop out the farm and have those trees laid in so that they can grow up the next year. Totally revamp the tree farm up by the railroad tracks. All that stuff. Clear and sunny all day. Neutral. Living off the land. And winter. And of course it's quiet. We don't have to fish, so we don't have quite as much time pressure. But I tell you what, this is when you get a jump on all the rest of the game and all that Fern Island stuff. Now that we know that, we're going to try to really push this. And look at that, we got some wine to start stuff off. All right, so that can go. We're still so short. I think we'll go ahead and do another batch of iron now. They're just even, so there's that. We got some pine resin. We want those for oil presses or spinning wheels or something, but I think I'll keep selling them for now. Oh, and I forgot to drop this off. All right. So here, man, maybe we'll split and chop a few trees here on the farm first so that I can make the 8 kegs that we have iron and copper for. Then we'll go to the mines. All right, that'll be a good balance, I think, of stuff we need to do and stuff we want to do. And here's the temptation part, right? We're at 60 grand, so it feels like we're sitting really high, but when you remember that pigs are 16,000, I think, and the barn itself is 25, that's over half of everything we have to get us through winter right out of the gate. And of course, we won't be completely static, right? We've got more income sources, but that's a good reminder. All right, as much as we want to go play down in the mines and everything, and foraging in the desert is a good money maker. I'm not dismissing that. All right, you guys are done, and you've got your automated feed. You guys are not, but you haven't eaten anything yet, so tomorrow we'll have to restock there. And let's see here. I think we need a bit more stone too, and obviously we need a day's worth of chopping to get the deluxe barn. I want to drop that off. I want to trade that, get some money out of that. No more regular cheese here. Oh, and I wanted to store... Let's store 4. That'll get us 2 weeks of Leah gifts that are non-salad. And then let's get 400, 323. So I guess we'll start here, but before we do that, 8, 8. And what wood do we have? And, oh shoot, get the axe. Alright. Now, those can be sold. That can be sold, right? And then we've got 27 of these. We're doing good. We also need to make more tappers to finish those out. We got so much stuff to do. But first things first, I think we need like 300 some. You know what, maybe. I don't know if we'll get... Oh, we got all those big rocks too. Maybe we don't go to the mines at all today, but maybe by tomorrow we will have enough wood to do the deluxe barn and make up all these kegs. And if we can start with Robin, I mean, ideally if we could start with Robin today, it would be perfect, because that's less time I have to go there every day and put feed in for the animals. Oh, we need an auto grabber for the chickens too. But honestly, I don't know if we can get that much wood that quickly. Try. It's 10 a.m. Could straight up buy wood from Robin too, but for all those reasons, buying animals, paying for the build itself, getting the auto grabber set up, paying for trips to the desert, right? You can make great money off the cacti and the coconuts just foraging, but cost you $500 a trip, and later on that's no big deal. But to start, can't just dismiss that out of hand, and you really need to be able to make that back. We'll get these two, and then we'll check where we're at and see how we're doing. 600? I think we needed 550 for the coop, right? We're over halfway, considering we had like 20 pieces to start, so technically over halfway. goodies here. Hit the tree. We don't have time to not be hitting the tree. Time to move faster. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. Get these while we're up here. Now, the big problem we're going to run into here is we cannot have the trees fully planted up by the trees. And the way I plant them, they still stagger, so you get a little bit of inefficiency. The best way is to lay out stone, as I do here on the farm, where every tree block it has stone on all four principal sides, right? So the trees can always grow to full maturity without delay. Up by the train tracks, it's just kind of for a little bit of a difference, make it feel a little less ordered. I switch that to putting the saplings into every spot. 537, and we're not gonna make it if it's 600. I don't know. Oh, we only have 58 stone, so we're nowhere close to stone. Ah, man. Alright, well, let's try to get this already. There's no way we're making it. I totally forgot that we can definitely over chop the trees. We can hopefully get the kegs done and do all this clear stuff today. It's a neutral day, so we're not oh wow, I didn't I kind of thought I was gonna do hops there, but hey, speed eating. So let's just focus on clearing everything and being. Oh, tomorrow's gonna be the stupid fitness day thing. But yeah, a little oddly, we can count on a lot more renewable stone for the winter because we can just go to the mines and chop it all down. Trees are going to be a little tougher to come by. When all's said and done. Yeah, I gotta constantly resist the urge to start laying down paths and everything. One thing I should do. We're not going to the mines. Let's actually be able to see our totals here. It's probably better for you guys now that they're hidden behind the thing. But you can see the wood there, and the stone is the one right below the overall picture, 97 right now. Those guys so they don't get forgotten. It's kind of a nice thing. I don't know what the despawn timer is on some of those kind of items, but like wood like that, you can forget about it for quite a long time. Like if you go down to by Arrowhead Island or something and chop a tree and miss a piece, and you'll get a surprise, like, you know, go down there once a season and come back by and it's like, oh, look, I picked up that piece of wood that I had a full inventory for when I could have gotten it the last time or whatever, so that's kind of nice. Where even if we're, you know, doing this and it gets dark and late and we... well, Marnie, we won't be able to go, we wouldn't have been able to go till Wednesday, but I had forgotten that I'd said, oh yeah, let's go get a heater. A couple days. So, yeah, Mike Myers, Penteverate, or however they said it. Big recommendation though, instead of just talking about chopping trees here. I thought it was some great stuff. I have always really liked his comedy, and why not? We're in a pepper poppering kind of mode. I'll be mad at myself eventually for not. What I should have been doing was going for those autumn bounties, but we made pretty good progress here, and if we can finish strong. I'll have no regrets. What's the water sound? What was that? I don't have any fish ponds over here yet. Okay, this time. It's only 9:30. We still got time. And if we go late, then it's not bad to take the energy back up pretty high. But yeah, food's gonna get a little tight here. Maybe eating blackberries, guys. Good thing we got a lot of them. And after 2 seasons of hops, probably pretty welcome. Season and a half, really. Pushing it into the middle here. It's our last little nook of wild trees. So I think we'll leave a lot of these saplings and see how they fall. And even if they're not in the right column for their type, we'll still let them grow up, right? Because in the spring we're going to be mighty eager for some more wood. And that is the... I don't know about the tree fertilizer. Anybody have experience with using that to rush tree growth in the winter? Does that do anything? Because I don't think they are set to grow at all. All right, now there's our 8. We still got plenty, just under a full stack. Plenty more for the deluxe barn. And just like we planned it. Yeah, we'll get some jelly in there too. I think that hit everybody. Alright. So, mining, total failure. Tree chopping, total success. Iron cooking, not bad. Got enough natural coal to just take care of the rest of this. Wait, what? Did I just leave those sitting in there? So we did have stone the whole time? Let's hang on to those. I'd really like to get back to the mines tomorrow, right? Because these can get active chest. Let's take these inside, make more poppers. We'll really need more copper. We won't be able to go to Robin's tomorrow. There's just no... oh, she's just not open, right? None of the ladies that run shops are open on exercise day, which is good. You know, it's their prerogative. So let's go poppers. Much better. And then to bed. Alright. So Wednesday. Wednesday we need Robin to build the deluxe barn, and we need to go buy Marnie's to get a heater and maybe some rabbits. Or we may just save all the animals and all that kind of... we'll see how Wednesday plays out. That may just be a Robin only on the way to get other stuff, and then go to one big trip to Marnie's. A little bit of snow. Good humor. Alright, let's go get our mining exploits done. Hey, wood chipper. You can use it to break hardwood into several pieces of regular wood. Robin, were you spying on me? I know wood can be hard to come by in the winter, so if your supply gets low, consider picking one up. Well, right now the supply is tip-top, but later on that might be a deal. Willie wants a squid. That is not timed, so we can work on that once we get kind of some of these other things. One particularly, once our kegs are working for us on the money, and I've kind of built those to a level we can get to, and got the rest of the tappers up, and everything's kind of set in place, then fishing can be our big cash cow. Alright, we want those. Speaking of which, I don't think we're going to fish. Was it 5? Let's see if we can do that many. I don't know how many of these we got. Yeah, we got plenty. Oh, that goes away. Now I gotta be careful. Don't want to put down bombs accidentally in the coops or the barns or anything else. And I think... well, I don't know, actually. I was going to say, I think the reddish meant that there wasn't enough food out, but I think there is. Let's leave this for today. We don't have anything that's doubled up. Maybe that's because it's cold? I don't know why that's staying red now. It's gotta be the cold, right? They look fine, but they're not happy. And there's nothing I can do about it till tomorrow anyway, so we'll just have to endure it. I don't like leaving them chilly like that, but it's kind of the deal. Let's make a couple voids. And yeah, I think at the moment at least the coops... oh, we Totally forgot about the barn here the last few days. Oops. But now everything's in cycle, and we'll have one or two of these apparently that are going to be off all the rest of the time. So now I'm back up to even days again. Go figure. Our apricot trees are coming along nicely though. 129 coffee beans. So we can very quickly, once we start adding additional kegs, we can start doing some coffee too, and that would be huge. I don't want to mess around with cooking at the moment. Store that. Sell these and catch a squid. Alright, lots of time. Oh, and we get to see... And not Krobus? I don't know. We don't know if this is Shadow Guy, right? Not at all Krobus. Because Krobus wouldn't steal a thing. Well, honestly, like, I think... Oh, and I didn't even think about the forage, but we might have everything else there. Couple books. We'd need to go down to the beach to try to catch a nautilus shell on our foraging adventures. Wow, we don't have either of them. Well, all the more reason to be in the mines, right? I guess we can look around and see if we get them here wandering. And we'll see if we can catch any of the ladies. Alright, shadowy figure. Pam. Oh, you're heading to the bus. What's about the bus? Yep, I'm back in the saddle, kid. It feels nice. Yeah, it was kind of clunky, that last ride into town. Alright. Yeep! It's okay, dude. I take stuff all the time. Did you find it in a trash can? Secret notes. Cool. Alright, thanks, Shadow Guy. See ya. If you know Krobus, tell him to open the sewer door. Bye, thanks. Holly. Anybody know anything? Like, I use one no quality holly to craft one of the garments, right? And then that's it. There is nothing more to do with holly. Everybody hates it, as far as I know. And of course, the Silver Star and all that, you just sell them, get a little bit of cash, but they don't go in any recipes. As far as I know, they're not good for crafting. They're just... Hey, if you need materials or blueprints, my shop... Yeah, I know, tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, I gotcha. Alright. I don't think this is going to be a gift day. We can poke our head inside and see if Abby's maybe up there. There goes Alex. No. No. No, I cannot. No Abigail, Demetrius, sorry, dude. I don't even know if Linus likes holly. Okay, there's one. We'll just carry these guys now. Alright, first things first, let's try to get this done. We got all the bombs. I'll stash all this stuff out of the way. And just see if we can... I don't remember. I think it was a good luck day, right? Positive-ish luck, at least. I think the game should have respected my mining combat multiple focus skills there. Oh, well. Writing's pretty well on the wall here, isn't it? I have an immunity ring. Your spells are worthless against me. Leave those, hope for better. This is kind of one of those deals. If we see like a huge pile of rocks, we're set for just dropping bombs now, but it hasn't even given us that. The good news is, with the timing that we have, we should just be able to brute force these levels. And I guess we can be kind of smart about these. A secret note. More importantly, a level. Bone. Meh. Get in there. Ooh. Got me a little. You're not going anywhere though. Alright, anything extra juicy here? Is this a coal cart? No. Alright, fair enough. Oh, hey, look at that. This is a coal cart. And... whoa! Just when we thought we had it all in hand. Anything? Nah. Let's come back over, get the golds here. And then we have one long and winding path down. Get. Okay. Got it. Now this one we will run for... just treasure loot checking. But we know we don't have to break rocks now unless they're just in our way like this. Ow. Hey, I got an immunity ring, dude. You think you're pulling. Yay! We made it to the bottom. Found the skull key. Not sure what it's for, but it seems important. It's been added to your wallet, and mercifully for us, we have no temptation because Pam's already left the bus by this time. So we gotta leave. Ooh, it's like a old coffee burp. Yuck. But now we can come back and really nice if we could get some copper. Or more cherry bombs, that's fine too. Few goodies. Is the 10th level of the mine or the 11th the best use of our mega bombs? Probably not, but they are kind of fun. Is there still more? Not a single copper thing anywhere around. It's awful. Little rubber boot. I don't know if we have those yet. We've gotten sneakers a couple times. At this point, for all the good they do us, it's pretty much just a cosmetic, right? I think rubber boots have 1 immunity, sneakers have 1. Okay, so here's some special orders. Mayor Lewis likes Autumn's Bounty, Marnie Pumpkin Pie, Demetrius Bean Hot Pot, Caroline Fish Taco. These are a lot of the ones that I fall back to, right? Over the course of playing and seeing those over and over again, you kind of, okay, you know them. You don't have to wait for the notes. At least they're so ingrained. Sometimes they're a nice little revelation, but if you're ever wondering or really stuck, you know, the wiki has all of that stuff loaded. I really, even if I have to look at like a schedule, I try so hard not to look at any of that because I just, even some of the ones that still have obscure items, like not everybody will you get a Christmas list that lists out like, oh, this person likes this, 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 and this. Have at it. So even for those, I know some of this is just, it's one swing stone and we need a lot of stone, so might as well work our way back over. It's one of the advantages of being back down here. You don't have to rush to get their levels, right? We're done with all that. But this will take care of bait. Not that we have a bounty on insects or anything anymore. Double stone, triple stone. Oh, cool though. Oh, just give me one big pile of copper ore rocks. Right? We saw a couple of those with gold. That's all we really need. Cool. 1120. Let's just hit these gray rocks. See anything? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Alright. Let's not make it a late night. In the winter, that's kind of a pick and choose deal, right? Because you certainly don't have to be in bed at midnight, but what we want to do is be geared up for Robin. Jasper's book on creatures known by some as forest spirits or Junimos are said to appear in abandoned buildings after they're long gone unseen. As a general rule, when humans leave and nature begins to reclaim her territory, the Junimos will undoubtedly appear. Folk wisdom holds that the Junimos display some kind of resonant affinity with gemstones that are placed inside their little huts. I think that has something to do with the huts on your property, but I've never gone down that path, so let me know. Of course, all these claims come from dubious, unverified sources. As far as I know, even the mere existence of these creatures has never been proven. Alright, well, thanks, M. Jasper. Anything to sell here? Not even the red mushroom was quality. Oh, we got this holly, though. Get rid of that. I know we have a yam here. Everything else is kind of foragey. That. Nope, not that. My bad. I was just testing you guys. Make sure you were paying attention. Wings, topaz. Here, cave carrot, winter root. That's the bone. Up here. All this stuff. 19 coal, not to be dismissed. Okay. Over here. Bug meat. How we doing on bait? Oh, I don't even have my fishing pole with me. I think we're doing very well on bait. I don't think it's a problem. Inside with you. Maybe. I guess let's take it over here. We'll go to bed. If it's something we need to dump as a duplicate, but it is, we'll do it tomorrow. Here we go. First non-tree chopping day of winter, and as you can see, the income is so tough these days. Not even 1,000 when we were getting used to nearly 20. Yeah, it's tougher. Alright, today we will try, depending on what the TV tells us, we will try to get the barn upgrade ordered and the heater and the rabbits, unless it's just too good to be true. But I do think I'd like to go down by Marnie's and get, I don't know, I'm checking the weather. If I'm solo playing and it's winter, I don't even bother. Like, who cares? It's snowing, so. Good humor. Maybe we try to go catch that squid. Radish salad. There's nothing like a fresh peppery radish. It reminds me of the late spring. My mother would slice up our fresh radishes and serve them grainy bread with a little salt and pepper. Ah, those are the days, but I digress. Now watch closely. I think we've already got this one anyway, but it makes me think. We never... I'm sure my grandfather was an awesome, awesome gardener. My parents had a big garden when I was a kid. Like two kind of tiers, and they were... I want to say each was probably 8 feet in width and probably 32 feet long, I'm guessing. I don't know, it was about as long as our house, set kind of on the side. And the top part was mainly flowers. My mom kind of took the lead on that. We had a little section that over the years, at times my sister and I would chip in to get my parents a rose bush or something. Some didn't make it. We lived in the upper Midwest. Frost can be tough on those, and even the ones that are pretty tolerant, they can do well for a few years and then just not. But you had to cover them, and try to keep the root ball from not getting frozen too badly over the winter. But then down below is all vegetables. We had a big section of pole beans, lots of yellow squash and zucchini, lots of tomatoes, both cherry and bigger ones, cucumbers, carrots, a little bit. And then at one point we put in some raspberry bushes down in kind of when we were little. My sister and I each had technically our own to kind of teach us about plants and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, "Wouldn't you really like raspberries?" Little did I know. Oh, yeah, those are going to be bushes, and they'll just keep coming back year after year after year after year. It was kind of one of those parents like, "Yeah, here you go." But I mean, how awesome was that? I grew up with home fresh raspberries, and we had a rhubarb patch over on the other side of the house. So we had some awesome stuff. And when we were very young, we had both an apple and an apricot tree. And the apricot tree didn't last and was taken out when I was still pretty young. And the apple tree, as far as I know, is still there. But I've talked about it before. The whole organics versus not. When we were little, we had a neighbor who also there were a few apple trees, like like three back corner neighbors, and each put in an apple tree kind of around, and it really helped. And one of the guys was like, I will spray the apples for pests and stuff at the beginning of the year. And hey, I'm all about organics and all that kind of stuff, but it was amazing the difference it made when that neighbor moved out and the other people were kind of like, yeah, whatever, we don't care. And my dad was like, well, I'm not gonna set up all that stuff. It's a pain. Um, how dramatically different the apples become. Yellow jackets love them. They as soon as any start to fall, they will go down at the bottom of the tree and get any of those. And that was always my, like, hey, you're mowing the lawn, you got to go pick up all the apples every time. And if you do it well, they don't get rotty or soft or anything. But you're a kid and you're like, oh, I don't have time. I got to go hang out with my friends. So I'm just gonna mow the lawn really fast and go over the top of them and step on a few. And the next thing you know, you got yellow jackets going crazy in them. But um, yeah, the difference from what you first have and what you don't, and the respect that I have for tree farm apple people, because the main deal is like any garden, right? And it was the whole deal of plant three with the corn. There was something back in the 19th century about like all the seeds that you put in each little mound for the corn, and it was one for the frost and two for the crows, and one, and then you'd have three left, and uh, those were the ones that were to grow, and then eventually we'd come through and hoe out the two that were least dominant out of those that grew, and that's just for an eventual single stalk of corn, right? So you really have to go through and selectively go, all right, this is the one that's taken off. It's got the best roots out of the ones, so it's the one that wins out. Apple trees, same deal. At the end of every branch, where you're going to have an apple, you actually get a cluster of little apples, like a crab apple tree, and so you have to thin those if you want to have big, like the apples you get in the grocery store. If you want a big fat apple like that, you've got to kind of go through and force the tree. All right, put all your energy into this one, not into five, and then they will get big showcase apples. It's the same deal with like pumpkins at a state fair or something like that. You want the big giant one. Well, you got to take out all the others and make sure it gets all the nutrients out of that little hill. So anyway, it made me think. But with our garden, we never. They probably grew some radishes, but as a kid, it wasn't that big a deal. Um, but we would do like sliced. A lot of times, just in lieu of like a lettuce salad, we would do sliced tomatoes and cucumbers with a little bit of pepper over the top, and a little vinaigrette type dressing over the top. And it still, every time I see this, it reminds me of that. But sometimes, if it was middle of the summer, something like that, not full on BLT, still just a little bit of toast with some sliced tomato and cucumber sandwiches. Oh, good stuff. So pretty cool. All right, well let's see if we can get this barn knocked out, and then I'm probably gonna knock off pretty early here tonight. It's already been a long day. I'm glad we still have one more day of the weekend left, and I will try to get a long stream in tomorrow during the day. But I don't think I'm gonna go like super late tonight. Oh, I forgot this stupid boot. Boot, get in there. Seed, you just go away. You're not worth the what? Get in the trash can. Now, that's got to go. We still need a Whatever the other one of these is. Not the crystal fruit, the winter yam or something like that. Snow yam, right? But we need that and that. We got our cash, but we're going to start going down here because it's the wiggly worms, as I like to call them, that might give us one of those little snow yams. So I want to scout them out a little bit. Can either be the brown winter root, it can be the snow yams, or it can be seeds in the wintertime. There's not the best options. But since we gotta wait for her to open up anyway, we'll kind of scour a little bit. Maybe you can find them on the surface? I don't know. Honestly, I think this is the first time I've ever had to go looking for a snow yam. Just always seems like I've gotten them out of the 40 to 80 levels or 40 to 70 levels of the mine instead. The non-skeleton fortressy ones. So we got a few trees that pop back up. We'll be able to do a little bit of chopping down here. Maybe these have kind of all come back around, which is great. It's a very happy surprise. Skull Key, we will get it, but it's not going to be in this stream, guys. Sorry. Not happening. Alright, birds. Out of the way. There, come on. Come on, come on, come on. That's not the right tool. Oh, man, that was the wrong one. Come on. There we go. Here it is. Feel it. There we go. All right, we got him. So not at all a wasted trip. Everything we need there. And kind of perfect timing. So what we'll maybe do is, I know, this is the beauty of winter, though. Not having to water the plants, we get this full bit of extra time. Hey, how's the weather? It's chilly enough that I would like to get adios. Ooh, look at this. I think we don't want to use that. None of these are quality. And we may have already given the crocus, but hey, this looks nice. Oh, hey, not bad. Alright. We've got to have a heater. Thank you, Marnie. And then, let's go ahead and get it done. We're down here anyway, right? We'll still have to get a pig, but let's auto-grabber it up. That's the supplies we need. And look at our cash just plummet. Purchase animals, so I'm only going to go one rabbit because we still need 25 and 16, and that's already getting pretty thin when we pull this 8 grand out. Ah, man. But we need a rabbit's foot just as much as we need a fickaboo. I hope that means foot dropper in rabbit. Fickaboo. Alright, thanks, Marnie. I really appreciate it. So we'll go swing by the house to get... let's go up this way, actually. It's probably a little quicker. Put the heater in so that our animals stop freezing to death. Say hi to our new little bunny friend. Drop down this auto grabber. And then I would like to swing... Oh, and we got a new little... A Kona duckling. Wow, nice. Kona. Anybody who is familiar with Hawaii. Kona. Very cool. Make some good coffee there. Alright. Now... we've got some decisions to make. Let's do... 2, and should we do... I don't think we ever did another void chicken, right? So let's do one of those. Just so that they have some company. Oh, man. Oh, and I forgot the heater and the auto grabber. Oops. Alright. Let's get rid of that ugly red scared because our chickens are suffering. There we go. Maybe it was just the red roof. It still was awful. All right, over to here. We need to sell one of those. That I'm not going to sell anything here. What do I do with the holly? Guess I'll hold it in case anybody asks for one. I guess I'll sell this mixed seed. We're never going to use them again. All right. Up to Robin's. Get this current last project underway. And then I think we'll head all the way back down to the beach. I think we've already missed squid. Although squid may be like morning and night. It's octopus that's only morning, right? Where am I going here? No, I'm going over here. But I want to get to the beach because I don't want too many days to go by without looking for a nautilus shell. That's important. Alright, there's that, and there's that. That gets us the bridge, so we've now got some mining. We'll probably get some more ore out of that. We get these seeds. It's kind of odd not to have those right at the beginning. And I think we'll go ahead and grow them. We can always use the seeds to craft more, the produce to craft more seeds, and get a little bit of quality out, It doesn't take much. I think you get 10, but you have to have one of each. Something like that. Does that sound right? Oh, wait, don't forget Robin. Oh, this will be so good, though. Getting our deluxes done. Big achievement. And I didn't know how far I was going to go today. I also didn't know how far we would get. Okay, I don't need no time for sitting on the stool. I do, man. Come on over for dinner. Yeah, a little bit. I'll make you some bean pockets. But you're not my father-in-law, so it's a little less motivating. Just daydreaming about some new carpentry projects. Are you doing okay, guys? Are you doing okay at your place? How's the woodwork holding up? Farm buildings. There it is. We got everything we need. Let's get this done and get our pig growing. Thank you so much, Robin. You are the finest craftsperson in town. Don't let Clint hear you say that. But Clint, technically, he upgrades stuff. I guess that's crafting. You guys know what I mean, right? I don't know if I know what I mean, but I don't want to disparage Clint. It's been a long time since we've upgraded any tools. All right, let's take. Oh, whose birthday? Oh, Linus. Invasive crab species. We're probably not doing that, dude. I'm sorry, but if we're going to the mines, it's going to be for copper, not the depths now. Linus, he likes sashimi, I think. Oh, it's Wednesday. We need rice for sashimi? Uh-oh. Oh, we can make it. Oh, it's just fish. All right, fantastic. Now, this is the part that I don't get. So, let's take one chub, right? Oh, it didn't take it there. Maybe they modified that, which would be awesome if they did, because I rage when it randomly pulls a fish. This we can sell. I don't think it's worth hanging on to. For now, let's just dump that in there. Dump all these. Oh, I saved myself a huge headache. I would have been embarrassed and angry. All right, here, back over to here. He's gonna be up by the spa, I would imagine. Hey, kitty. Oh, whoa. He's springing away. Get me out of here. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. We need one more at the bottom, so we need 10 copper bars just for tappers alone, not to mention all the remaining kegs, and we just added 10 more oak resins to that equation. Now, did I talk to my new animal friend? Did I talk to any of you? It's the bunny. Yeah, I got him. All right. We won't grab that even though I need the cash. In fact, I'm not gonna even detour for all that extra stuff. Oh, we got a flying little insect thing. How'd it get in here? Yeah, came right up my head. I don't think it was like a full moth. I don't think it was like an insect, like an insect, like a mosquito or a gnat either. It was kind of winged, kind of that spring emergent. Ooh, I believe Skull is new, so that's good. Again, we want to get Krobus on our side here. Dude, how's your birthday? I hear you, especially on your birthday. Okay, I think you like this. All right, birthday, thank you, this is great. Oh, that wasn't loved. Okay, what? If I find out that I had a better gift option in hand and I just didn't check it. What? Where's my buddy? There he is. We got lots of liked gifts, but no loved gifts. I'm pretty sure it's not Maki Roll, because he gives that to us as a recipe. But liked is good. Linus is in strong 8 heart category. If he was dateable, man, we'd be bouqueting him up. And I'm just gonna keep going here. We don't need them as much for the forage, but artifacts are still a real deal. Here we go to town, and from there to the beach. I don't know if anybody's still gonna be at the library. Oh, hello. Kind of wish we still had a duck feather. Seriously love this. You're the best, eat the ball. Must be nice not to have to worry about crops this time of year. It's kind of fun to be able to hang out with you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's hang out. Oh, she's at 10. Okay, so we can kind of back off on her. I don't know if she was already. Where are Penny and Leah? 5 and 6. And no lie, I was kind of hoping Penny would still be here after school. Maybe Vincent got a detention and she had to sit with him a little while. Doesn't appear that was the case though. So we'll go. How long has it been? How long has this been in there? And did that change? If you have a good catch item, does it eventually? I guess we could have left those out. Ooh. 50 grubs. It's not going to be that because I don't think a coffee bean counts as a vegetable. And I'm not switching things out in the middle of winter. That is kind of a nice quest, though, because it goes all month. If you get it at the beginning, you can set it up. And I believe you can get additional ones throughout the rest. So, next Monday comes around, we won't be locked out until the end of the season for this one. We'll actually get a chance to do another at the same time, I think. This is actually kind of good because that's where we want to go for copper. 10 a day? I don't know, but we'll have 4 days, I guess, when we're done, right? Because, yeah, it's 5 days now. And we're more likely to get the grubs than the... Hey, Willie. What's up, dude? Okay. Tell me about the winterfish, though. Am I coming down here for your squid challenge at the right day? Time of day? Okay, we will fish too, but I really want to look for nautilus shell. probably have to work for it just a bit here, where we'll have to make it, it would be great if the game just decided, hey, yeah, first time you're down on the beach in the winter, here's a nautilus shell, but they should start to appear. Just one of those things. Can't neglect some stuff, even though we want to get trees and mining and all that going. And I don't know if rock is a good place for a squid to hang out or not. Well, this should be a good fishing challenge. All that fishing we did at the lake wasn't particularly, because there were no sturgeon, which are back up there. That would be another thing to go try to catch a few of. Oh. I wasn't paying close enough attention to really get the perfect, but that would have been a good opportunity. Hey, look at that, we got a squid for Willie. And some glass shards, which we already have, and are worth maybe 5. So we'll fish a little bit more, but I'd like to take this up to Willie. Maybe we can get an extra squid, though. Speaking of which, winter is good fishing. You can get albacore, the squid. I think squid are morning and night, but then have a big break in the middle of the day. Don't know that you can get super, but I think you can get sea cucumbers, puffer fish again, maybe? Whatever this is. Halibut, okay. And let's fish till 9. Seems to be going well. Even though the prizes in our treasures haven't been awesome, we've been getting some. And again, that's our level 10 coming through, right? Ah. I like that we can at least see the little splash on the other side of the rock. We need some sea foam pudding or something to clear the rock that far, but boom, 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 boom. All right, and like I said, I want to go catch Willie either on his way out of or in the bar. Let's ready our squid. Oh, it's going to be a gold star. He's going to be so happy. That's what Willie lives for. He's been waiting all this time for a adventurous young fisherman to come. Oh, we already talked to her, didn't we? So there's no point. So yeah, Abigail, have a good night. It's too late to go into pennies. Oh, we can see Leah. All right, Willie. There you are, my man. Hey, you did not bad. Not bad at all. I'm impressed. Winter's a good time to bring out the old fishing rod, isn't it? Just getting going on it, man. All right, let's talk to everybody while we're here. Nothing, man. Just saying hi. I'm going to go try to kill some grubs for you tomorrow. It's flu season. Better be extra careful. Make sure to wash your hands often. I did down in the ocean. Saltwater hand wash, right? I spilled a whole bucket of milk on the floor today. It was horrible and such a waste of my poor Belinda's work. I bet it got all... I don't know. Does milk get, like, icy? I saw a snow rabbit in the morning. They're rare, aren't they? Fun fact, snow rabbits are rabbits. They just adapt their coat. At least the ones that can switch out or have that. I know. Oddly enough. Thanks, Leah, for setting me up with a last story of the day. So, as I was coming in after I'd been out watching the hockey game and came back, and I was kind of walking around like the corner towards my entryway, and I hear this like rustle-y type noise through the bushes, and out bust these 3 bunnies, and they're like tearing, and they go like out into the parking. There was like 2 empty parking spaces right at the corner outside my place, and as I was about to diagonally cut across those to go in the door. These 3 bunnies come out, and they, like, tear out into this open asphalt. I don't know if there was somebody, it was kind of like behind a garage on the side of my building, if there was somebody over there that spooked them, or if they were just bunnies springtime playing around, if you know what I mean. But these 3 come tearing out, and they do like a dun 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 dun. They, for all intents and purposes, look like they're just bunnies out having fun because it's a beautiful day and evening at that point. And they kind of look at me and are like, "Oh, whoops!" And it was like, the Homer Simpson little clip, right, where he walks out and pops out of the hedge and is like, "Oh," and then turns around and pops right back through the hedge again and disappears. And they were like, "Oh, we shouldn't be here, human." And they kind of looked at me and turned around and right back into the bushes. Well, then it's kind of like, that was weird. And before I could even start to go again, 2 of them come right back out again. So again, I don't know if there was something over the other way or if they were just so excited, exuberant, let's call it, that they didn't care. But they came out again. But at this point, some other guy is like walking out from the stairs in the building entrance, and he's like, "Hey, saying hi and all that." I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, bunnies, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." Apparently, they heard it was Derby Day and they're racing, so it was pretty entertaining to see these 2 and 3 bunnies to start, but these 2 that then cut so they like tear around again and. Then they cut in front of me again, and one ended up like right outside my front window in a bush, like with his butt hanging out. Like, you don't have to worry about me, bunnies, but maybe you should get a little more stealthy. This is not how prey animals survive long term, but good luck to them. They seemed like they were having fun. Good night, if you know what I mean. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. She got her salad. So again, thank you for talking about bunnies. Reminded me of my bunny story. Hey, kid, you're too young to be moping around a place like this. But I had to deliver a fish and a salad. Squid. Good evening. Yeah, now I got those salads. Haley and I aren't made for such a big house. It's a hassle to keep it clean. Well, I really shouldn't complain. Yeah, you got a big house. Your farmhouse seems nice and cozy. Ooh, it's getting bigger. And unfortunately, I don't think either of you 2 are earmarked for it. Again, not because I don't think they are wonderful characters. They have both been romanced up, and I have played them as spouses before. So we're giving somebody else a try, and that's the toughest part is looking past Meru as we go towards eventual matrimony. All right, we got a lot of good stuff here. Squid. Good for recipes and everything else. The rest of these I think we can sell. We got a couple halibut. Let's put this away. These can come back up. Any other foragey stuff? Yes, mushrooms. I was too worried about fish forage. Seaweed, coral, clams, driftwood, mussel. Good coral, halibut, oyster, herring. Do we already have a glass shard? I don't even know what that becomes, but we'll save it. Save one. Won't regret it if you save one of stuff. We aren't that hard up for wood yet. We will be, but if we have to make an extra chest for some tailorable stuff, we'll do it. All right, coal, clay, and that are all going to go inside, and then look at us. We're going to be ready for bed. This can go in. We'll eventually drop that off. We're falling behind in the... the keg materials versus building challenge, but we really need those metal bars. And that should now set us up for a few quick trips to the mine here while we're trying to get grubs, be on the copper level. We can flex up to iron as needed. I think the worse the luck, the more we spend time down low, the better the luck. Down low, I always struggle with that. I mean, like at the beginning of the mine, which is completely backwards. I understand that, but deal with it. Hey, so there's a quick couple hundred stone. Will help us out. But this is going to wrap us up for the day. We aren't going to have an awesome money total. A little bit better. Oh, I forgot about our bridge repair here. Good news here. We can... I don't know if our sword is really up to it, but we can work towards getting the golden scythe. Maybe in spring, let's see if we can have a little bit better fortune with our weapons. But there we go, 1,600. That was certainly better than the 800 we got the previous day. Fishing certainly helps that, but so did the mayo. A little bit of forage. And we'll just have to plug around. Unfortunately, the mines are the worst for quick cash options, right? And, you know, maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. I'll have a think on it before we hang out tomorrow at some point. We definitely want to, I think mayos we have more use for at the moment. The cheeses we're kind of sitting on, but we should probably make another 3 to 4 mayo machines. Eventually we'll sit at 10, but I don't think we need quite that much resource thrown at them. But we'll be picking up the chest, putting all that stuff into the auto grabber. Now that it's had a night-day cycle to gather, it will put all that in. It'll be accessible at that point. When you first put them down, you can't access. There's nothing in there, so it doesn't make the inventory accessible. But as soon as it's got something it's grabbed, then you can use it as a chest. So we'll move everything from the chest, clear the chest, put one in there, and probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 more. Do we want to sit at 5 for a moment, or are we sitting kind of more even with the animals? We'll see what they cost, what we have in way of resources. But I don't want to ignore the kegs. But I think that those will give us more steady cash, particularly because what cheese we do have, we're going to be using for pepper poppers. So other than goat cheese, which sells very well, we're just going to have to wait a while. But there you have it. I think we had a blast of a day. Let's real quick give ourselves a look here. We got our fishing up, and we took the pirate, so we get more chests, and we've certainly seen a few more there. Haven't had amazing loot just yet. And combat's lagging a little bit. It's at 7, but mining and foraging are both at 8. Foraging, the wood chopping helps. We can certainly do some cinder snapping eventually, but we really want to get that up to 10 so that when spring comes around, certainly by salmonberry time, but any of that forage stuff, that will all start switching to iridium, and we'll get in big cash. So there we have it. Relationship-wise, we didn't make massive moves. We had the one festival. We haven't even met Sandy yet. How are you throwing that at me? And we don't have Krobus on the list yet. We have neglected the dwarf. We did get Linus covered on his birthday, though. The wizard, that is one more purchase that we need that I think is 10 grand. And we may have to wait. It hasn't been the priority. Coffee will make up for it a lot, and coffee is the big kicker. Once we can start brewing it, we can kind of live on more speed and take more visits down to Cindersnap and the Wizard and get the forage and all that kind of stuff. It all feeds off each other, but get him going a little bit. Not too many people down at the bottom. Coffee. Coincidentally, coffee will also take care of Harvey long term, because we'll just be always carrying a stack of coffee to keep us moving fast, and he will be very much appreciative if we give him a cup when we see him. So here we go. Anything? Oh, let's check fishing. I mean, I know some of this stuff is so far off, but the fishing, we never did catch a puffer yet. We didn't catch an octopus. I think both in the summer, although this is the one I'm not sure if it's 100% summer or if it's got winter time too. What are you, fish? I don't know. Some of these are legendary, I think. Those three, maybe one there. Sandfish, we'll get that. And, oh, maybe that's scorpion carp. So those couple. Scorpion carp's still tough. Ice pip and lava eel are both tough to even see, much less catch. We haven't caught a crab in a crab pot yet. That's weird. But that is... Oh, and we haven't caught a shrimp in the crab pots yet either. So maybe we'll get a little lucky on those. And I don't know if there's seasonal stuff on these at all. No idea. Be good to know. What are we... I think that's the Dorado, right? One of these is the Dorado that we didn't catch over the summer. But yeah, there's some other standard fish in there that we haven't caught. And then I think some of these are, like I think that's the midnight squid, the ghost fish, and the blobfish. Slime jack is somewhere down in there, and the void salmon, maybe? So a few more things to be caught in unlockable stuff that we haven't even caught yet or had a chance to catch yet, but we can... I think we're doing pretty well. We've gotten a good start here for a year one, and with a bit more time to fish. Oh, lingcod. So we haven't had a chance at that yet either. We'll go Mountain Lake for that guy. But yeah, we'll have a few to catch up. It was never the intent that we'd be done with fishing in year one. But I think we're in good shape, and we'll get a few more of these added to the list here before we're done. All right, well, thank you all so much for coming, hanging out, lurking. Chat a little quiet, but feel free to speak up. I'd love to know about your Stardews, know about your hockey take, if you've got one. What's your team? Don't forget your moms. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. I don't know if you're, I think that's kind of a U.S. holiday. It probably floats around a little bit different countries and places, what the culture is. I'm sure everybody has a Mother's Day of some kind. And you know what? It doesn't have to be Mother's Day specifically in your place to let your mom know thank you for all that she does and that you love her and that she's appreciated and pretty awesome, which I'm sure all of your mothers are. So shout out to them. Shout out to all of you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow, probably back into the more regular scheduled time slot. But thanks again for hanging out. We'll see you soon. And remember, likes and comments on those YouTube VODs for those of you guys that are watching. We're almost up through year one, and I think at that point we'll probably not derail, but at least maybe start alternating days and getting some more Minecraft going again. And I know I keep talking about it, and the weather doesn't keep me away as much as or keeps me away more than I'd like. We need some soaker rainy days again, and then we'll get some YouTube slow cooker worlds, right? Was it slow cooker? No, tow worlds. Keep working towards that. How do we get here? Because we really should try to get that knocked out before 1.19 comes along. So there you go. Take care. I'll quit talking. We'll see you guys back here for the next one. Bye now.